Sally was never alone. She always had a peculiar kind of company. A group of high female voices would talk to her while she did her work around the house, when she went for a walk, and before she fell asleep at night. Sometimes, they would repeat instructions about what she had to do and how she was to do it. She would suddenly hear these shrill voices telling her about things that were on her mind. It was hard to hear them when she was with other people, but if they bothered her then, and they didn't very often, she couldn't concentrate on whatever was happening at the moment. She'd stop in the middle of a street with cars coming in all directions, and listen, dazed. The only time she especially wanted to understand the voices, if she couldn't quite hear them clearly, was when she'd get the strangest feeling that she'd been somewhere before, done something before, or known someone, though she couldn't remember where or when. She felt as though she were living for a second time at such moments, but it was then that the voices were particularly unclear, because she was trying so hard to listen to them, hoping they'd explain her feelings. Sally wasn't scared by the voices, but they did set her to wondering whether or not she might be going slightly crazy, since hearing of voices was supposed to be one of the signs. She never mentioned it to her mother, or asked the doctor about it, because she was more frightened of what they might say and do to her. She never remembered not hearing voices. There weren't many who were friendly with Sally, but she wasn't lonely. Hank lived on the same block and went to the same school. She liked and spent time with him. He seemed to know exactly what she was thinking and have the same opinions she did. They had fun together, and there wasn't anything she wouldn't tell him, except about the voices, that is. He might not understand. The day they decided to trade their innermost secrets, he said he had one to tell her that she'd especially want to know, so to get him to tell it, she told him about the voices, and how she wished they'd go away. He didn't seem shocked. And she noticed that she didn't hear them the rest of that day and night. When she mentioned to Hank the next afternoon that the voices had left her for a while and she missed them, they returned the very same evening. It occurred to her that every time, from then on, that she spoke to Hank about the voices, something happened to them, depending upon whether she'd said she wanted them, or not. Sally decided she'd like to get rid of the strange voices, and if Hank could do it for her, she'd try not to wonder and question him as to how he controlled them, if he did. So, the next time she saw him she told him how she hated hearing the shrill voices. That night they disappeared and she decided to stay away from Hank in the future. He was a strange boy. But then, there were those who said Sally was a strange girl.